solution. Perhaps. It depends. What I am feeling is the need to put out there to people that there's a name that if you come in that name, if you ask in that name for bread, for health, for sustenance, for faith, for guidance, for anything, if you come in that name, I cannot present to be the one to answer all those questions, but I do present a solution. That if you know someone with cancer and you want to heal, if you yourself have cancer, if you are thirsty, if you're poor and you wish to ask for help before using the registered name with the government in order to access, like a library book from the library, you need a card. You're a member of a society already. Yeshua Yamashiach is the name of the perfect one who was sacrificed for us. And in that is all healing that you ever need. Enlightenment, peace, salvation, life eternal. It sounds hokey pokey perhaps, but I do believe it's what we're here for. I have the ability to speak words out of this mouth and to say His name in any language, in any understanding. You know who I'm talking about. This is, we're coming up on December 25th. We passed the Maya calendar ending, whatever that means, and the world is ended. So if the world that we're all marrying to is something that you don't want to divorce yourself from, if you want to remain married to mammon, to the money, you want to stay in love with money and in love with the world and all that it doesn't give you. If you want all that temporary freedom, and I'm a king for an hour, you could spend your entire life in riches, being completely rich and never know God, never know Yahweh, never know. I know I can't even, I don't even know His name. And I don't have a name, okay? And if God is a word that I can use, and if I add one little S to the end of that word, if I add one little S to the name, to the end of your name, that's how I would say that you possess something. So this is 2012, and we can fly. We go all around the world and do all different sorts of things, and it's almost, and communication itself has become a commodity. That I see people walking up and down the street talking to themselves and drinking Diet Cola and tap water, and a lot of people are awake to a lot of the different things about our world, the thing that everyone is so married to, the thing that this entire, you know, the so-called government, like, they're addicted. Everybody's addicted to it. They're like, oh, this government was here before I was born, so they'll be able to provide me with everything I need because my forefathers created it, right? Because the people before me, they put money into it, and it's been built up. So everybody's got the, you know, it's like this hypnotic suggestion of what insurance policy is with regards to your better judgment about what's good for you and what's not good for you. So everybody seeks money because money is the thing that solves all your problems. It's not the money that's the problem. It's not the money that's killing us. It's the love of the money. You get drunk on it, don't you? Can't you get drunk on the... Sure, you can get drunk on nature, right? Why? How is it that you can get drunk on money? That love that you have, that you give away to the money, eventually, that love... Well, else can you serve if not the living God? Somehow, I guarantee you, if you're serving money, you're serving his ends anyway, because you're creating the circumstances for all of this to come possible. And in fact, you are the reason why people are starving in the world, and why people are saying that's why God doesn't exist, because he'd save all the people, or he'd cure my cancer. Step one, choose life. Choose to be reborn again into that which from whence you came. Divorce yourself from the world and know that your Father, the Father, is your Father. My Father is your Father, but he's my Father, and he's your Father, and he's the Father. When we say that, it's like your earthly father, your dad, you know, like my dad, our dads, they're awesome people, but they were men just like you and I. And therein lies also your salvation, because you're not doomed by the things that your parents did. You can break out of it at any moment. You can and the key, the anchor, the knot in the rope that you need to tie in order to hang on to the rope once you're in that hole and you find that rope and you need to hold on to something. I'm telling you, the only thing, I thought it was all hokey pokey when I was younger, and as I'm learning, the high up echelons of this entire civilization that we know it knows that there's only one God, and it's the living God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Yeshua is the incarnation of God. God incarnated himself. You know what? I don't feel wrong with using that word all of a sudden in this moment to express what I'm trying to express to you, because God had to do that in order so that the rest of us don't have to perish for the horror that we become. One was perfect and was sacrificed at the hands of man, and he was made in the image. I know it sounds hokey pokey, and I know my videos keep coming around back to this. Maybe I'm just going to release this video as its own thing. I'm going to call it, and this was the intention of making this little rant here, is this, perhaps we'll call it One Little S Ministries, or minus One Little S, something like that, because the King James version, of which Tyndale and Wycliffe and so many are a part of, that burned and were killed for, you know, just the history of how it came about is phenomenal, that we have this Bible. And then of course the understanding that it's the same thing as the Sumerian tablets. From the truth of Noah, the Sumerian tablets creates all this stuff with the Noahide laws and everything else that's in there. And the Talmud backs it up, because they don't want to accept the truth of the Messiah having come. And all my brothers, the Ishmaelites, all my brothers under Abraham, even if I am from a different lineage before Abraham even showed up, we are all saved under Christ, because we are all sheep. We are all from the line of Adam, and he is made in the image of Adam. He is the God of Adam, and Noah, and Enoch, and Elijah, Elisha, David. He's the God of Saul too. And then God of Saul, who showed himself to replace Judas. It's all over the radio, all sorts of different stuff, and all these new bills that are being passed and whatnot. If you know that you can go, and I'm telling you, I just went to Chapters, and I didn't buy up all the Bibles, but there's a limited quantity of these ones, the King James. I don't know if Nelson or Vonderbroch or Zondervan is authentic. All I know is that on the first line it says heaven instead of heavens, so I'm good with that, because now you can go from thence understanding that the firmament was before, and now the firmament is what fell on at the deluge. So heaven, not heavens. You can catch that anyway. Much love from above, I'm sure, and I don't know. If you need the cure for cancer, let me know, I'll help you out. And if you need water, let me know, I'll help you out. And if you need love, let me know, and I'll help you out. And only in the name of Jesus Christ can I actually say that I can accomplish any of those things. And if you don't like the words Jesus Christ, I'm fine with you not liking the words of Jesus Christ, because it's the name, and we all know what we're talking about here. It's about giving glory to the Father who created all this, and there's some divine plan that we're all a part of. And you can either take part, or you can take part in the other side that's actually bringing about the end that's so forecast throughout all the prophecy and everything else.